Zodiac signs are mysterious, and they make us constantly wonder what they reflect in one's personality. Actually, a water sign, Scorpio draws its power from the psychological and emotional sphere. Apart from this, there's a lot of hype around Scorpio eyes. Well, do you have them too? Apparently, a Scorpio can make you weak in the knees with just a single gaze. So what's so special about their eyes? Are Scorpio men and Scorpio women's eyes hypnotic? What kind of eyes do Scorpios have? What about their intense death stare? Let's find out everything. So firstly, what kind of eyes do Scorpios actually have? While the eye contact of a Scorpio is captivating and intriguing, their eyes are often glossy, reflective, and almond-shaped. A Scorpio's eyes look like shards of glass, no matter what color they are, and they guard the thoughts of the Scorpio. Because of this, people frequently have no idea what the Scorpio is thinking. In fact, it seems as though you're gazing at yourself when you gaze into a Scorpio's eyes. Thus, you'll find yourself gazing into these eyes for a long time as you try to decipher the Scorpio's thoughts. Furthermore, Scorpio eyes are hypnotic, intense, and piercing. Even astrologically, it is well known that the eyes of a Scorpio can hypnotize. Thus, they will either give you a sense of intimacy or intimidation. In fact, when you gaze into their eyes, you will feel like you've been put in a trance-like state. Now, let's be more specific. Yes, more specifically about the Scorpio woman's beautiful eyes and her observation powers. When describing the most remarkable aspects of a Scorpio woman's personality, their piercing, beautiful eyes are frequently cited. Although not all female Scorpios may have a menacing or see-through-all look, but in general, they do a fantastic job of sizing individuals up. Yes, a Scorpio woman with her intense hypnotic eyes keeps an eye on everything. She is frequently relied upon by others to always notice even the slightest changes in the environment or anything else for that matter. Since childhood, it can be close to impossible for Scorpio women to overlook even the slightest detail, while others are blissfully naive. Thus, the small information that they intuitively retain about people, things, and situations end up surprising others, not because they're trying to be Sherlock Holmes all the time or anything, but rather because they don't intentionally try to be. Also, you may have heard of numerous instances where Scorpio women were able to predict the replies and reactions of those around them quite well. Most people generally follow simple patterns or are pretty predictable, and therefore a Scorpio woman with her intense observational eyes is able to decode people's nonverbal language very well. Till now, we're talking about the mystery eyes of a Scorpio woman. But what about the Scorpio man's eyes? Well, let's learn about the Scorpio man's eyes and his intuitive capabilities. Scorpio men with their deep eyes recognize the inherent darkness in humans from a young age. Through their deep eye contact and their extraordinary intuitive capacity, they have a profound understanding of how awful humans can be. This, combined with the fact that they are likely the most sensitive sign, result in someone who constantly strives to be 3 moves ahead of everyone else on the chessboard in order to avoid being hurt emotionally. Thus, no matter how reluctant people may be, they might still be drawn towards a Scorpio man and his eyes without much effort. But now comes the big question. What is the intensity of a Scorpio's stare? Why do many people consider Scorpio eyes as hypnotic as his or her stare as a death stare? Eyes are really doors to our souls, and eyes can show the strength of our soul and our character. Generally, when a Scorpio gives an eye stare, you can clearly sense the intensity of the Scorpio person. And in such a scenario, when a Scorpio man or woman is staring at you, and there are no clear indications or emotions, you really don't know what's going on. You wonder, is it good or is it bad? Is he angry or is he interested? What is going on? Well, in many cases, a Scorpio may just stare at you attentively when you first meet or when you're still getting to know you in order to try and understand you. Nevertheless, you will typically notice that they are not staring at you with such intensity later on after they know you well. Also, Scorpios have a tendency to examine everything and anything in great detail. They do not settle for a cursory understanding like many of the other zodiac sign people. Thus, you will feel their eyes on you in what is commonly described as a hypnotic gaze, when you are the subject of their quest for understanding.